Hello guys, welcome back. I have two Malawan pistols for you. Now I'm pretty sure you've seen one and possibly seen the other. They're both very similar in style, being Malawan pistols and all. One is the Dangerous Super Ball. Now I know you've seen this thing, right? It was pretty much my first legendary that I picked up and I wasn't particularly impressed, but we'll come to that in a second. The second is the Sellout. Now, the Super Bowl is a common drop, and the Sellout is a specific mission found on Eden 6. Number my, and it's roughly, where are we? There's a mission right about here somewhere. It's on a board, and the mission is you got to jump into some kind of cage where you have to kill yourself, and Tyrene will give you the pistol. When I first did it, I actually shot the uh, video cameras around it, and I failed to get the gun. And then I realized my mistake, and I got a mate to do it, and I did it with him, and we both got the gun. Don't tell your mate what's going to happen. Just have a little bit of comedy value and just ask him to jump into the cage, and hopefully he won't know what's going on. Just watch his surprise as he gets squished. And it actually looks better from a third person when this happens, because when you play first person you don't see it come down, but when you play in a third person you actually see it squish him good. And so that give me a bit of comedy value. Okay, and so the Sellout. 442 times 3. So on paper it does a bit more damage than the Super Ball. But the Super Ball's damage is pretty good. Magazine size 14. This one has a magazine size of 15, but it does consume 3 ammo per shot, and it can switch to corrosive, which is pretty cool. Because of the ammo per shot, this gun does reload quite a bit. It's the only problem I have with it, and it's really unfortunate because it does a lot of damage. With Moze especially, she has some splash damage, incendiary skills in her tree, so she's naturally pretty good with incendiary splash damage. It's just the reloading that's a bit of his downfall, but we can come to that in a second. With the Super Ball, you can pretty much spam it all day. The only downside with this thing is you really can't aim at anything. But, and it's a big but, it does look cool actually. I like the way that thing rotates in the middle. But you don't reload much with it. I'm in Mayhem mode 3. Don't log off just yet because the Super Ball will surprise you. Let's have a look, where are we? Mayhem 3, there's 70% elemental damage, nothing else really is going to affect these guns apart from that corrosive maybe. But the enemies have gained another 50% health, shield and armor, so they almost thingy bob each other out, cancel each other out. So first off we'll take, I think probably, I brought it to this proving ground. There's a lot of flesh in here, so, and a little bit of armor.
You do not want this. Better luck next life.
Those ricochets you see are coming from the creatures themselves. They're a little bit reflective on the front armor. The damage is pretty good, and once Moze starts to build up her drowning in brass and flanks, it just gets better. If it just had another 2 shots in there, it would be so good. It always seems to want to reload just before you kill something. Of course, switch in now, pretty cool. Gotta watch this guy, he's got the ability to one-shot it. Shell velocity, it's okay, it feels alright. So yeah, awesome damage. It's just the loading, and not even Moze can fix that. So on other characters, it might be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Let's have a look at these numbers. What are we looking at? We've got 7 stack, 2k damage. Scope is pretty cool.
You're a natural! And no one ever. How far will you go?
Okay. So I think we've seen as much as we need to see. It does damage, and it's really good. I can't say much else about it really. Fire rate is good. This guy's quite tanky, to be honest. And you can fire as fast as you can press the fire button, which is awesome.
Aw, did you run out of bullets?
Okay, moving on to the SUPERBALL. Let's give this thing a go. Oh, I forgot to say as well, the SELLOUT actually has Tyrene's voice on it. Sometimes. A couple of times. You can actually, let me just play a little bit longer. She will eventually pipe up and say something.
Have you been practicing?
There you go.
It barely shows.
There you go. When I logged into this area earlier on, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't really figure it out, and then I realized then when I was looking at the mission on the map. Okay, the SUPERBALL. So the SUPERBALL is surprisingly powerful, but like I said earlier, you literally gotta get in their faces for this thing to be effective, because you can't aim with it.
Who saw that?
Can't aim with it. Magazine size is okay because the regen kicks in. Now, believe it or not, I actually did slaughter shaft just using this gun because I refused to believe that it was this bad when I first picked her up. And apart from my finger dropping off right at the end, it actually did the job. I just run around spamming the shit out of everything. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like, you know, other guns are going to do way, way, way better than this. But it's not terrible. And it's only because this damage is great. But you best get yourself some deep heat, because your finger's gonna need it. It's gonna be a bit of a problem because I don't have any. Have a look. Ah. Fuck me, they're all immune. Holy crap, what? What is that? 3, 7, 3, 9, 4, and I've only got 3 stacks of flanks. Can't hit it. 1, 2, 1 down the oh bugger it, switch to the do my nut in. Asshole. Okay. What's that? Okay, so yeah, yeah. Well, what can you say? You know, I've been holding out on these guns for quite some time because in my head they were bad, I mean, the sellout I knew was, you know, that I've only had the sellout recently, so I knew what it could do. But obviously, when I picked it up and I realized it was Malawan, and then I played around with it a little bit, and I realized it was almost like the SUPERBALL. I started playing the SUPERBALL a little bit, and then thought, yeah, you know what, man, this thing actually does the biz. But it is kind of in your face. There are guns that are going to do a better job, although from a pistol perspective, I can't see what that is. Just switch to...
What a hero! Bagger, bitch!
And the corrosive is pretty cool as well. Oh.
You're done.
Anything at range, so that's funny. Oh god, for God's sake, what is going on with all this immune stuff? Getting bapped around with my own grenades. Ah, some tough guys in here today. Yeah, so with the SUPERBALL you really have to get up close. Literally in their face. The damage numbers though, 8,000, 7,000, wow.
Hell yeah!
Up over to, yeah, 6,000, 7,000.
You did a thing!
Yeah, so if you can put up with the reloading on the sellout
Nice.
with Moze,
Needed that.
it's awesome. I don't know if you're going to get the same kind of returns on other characters. So yeah, messy, messy fun. So yeah, thumbs up, see, because for Moze, I can't call them Blair because they're not Blair. They're actually quite good. I mean, you can't give something the thumbs down when it's doing 11k damage per hit. Are you son of a bitch? He jumped off. It's funny. The thing is, I'm kind of coming from the older generation. I'm kind of used to that noise. You know, having a misspent youth in the arcade. So some people might find that racket a little bit unappealing, but not me, man. It's like music to the ears. Awesome. I love that rotating barrel in the middle. It's really cool. I've only ever had one legendary out of this thing. I'll have a bit of that. Okay, so there it is. Go and get the sellout because it is quite unique. If you have done the mission and you shot the cameras and you failed the mission, don't worry. Go and find somebody who's done it, or jump on another character and do it on that character. You can do it on somebody else's account, and you do get both of you get the gun, so it's good. Downside with the sellout, its magazine size is an issue. 503 ammo per shot. The magazine does reload quite a lot, and obviously, being spoilt as I am on Moze, I find reloading a bit of a burden. But it does awesome damage. Awesome. And so does the SUPERBALL. Of course, a lot of people are not going to like the SUPERBALL at all whatsoever, but I don't actually mind it. Like I said, I did what do you call it, Slaughter Shaft solo Mayhem 3 with just the SUPERBALL, and he died twice. Awesome. Okay, well, I can put one of them in the back now. Actually, I'm going to put both of them in the back since the SUPERBALL is incendiary. Yeah. Okay, well, we're getting there, boys. We are getting there. Not far to go. Only about 60 left to do. Right, thanks for watching. See you soon.